What's going on, guys and girls? It's GhostRobo, and today is a glorious day because we are talking about my favorite franchise in all of gaming, and that is Bioshock. So we're going to look at some clips from Bioshock The Collection, the remastered trio. We're going to check out the new remastered trailer, the comparison trailer, and I've got some good, glorious announcements for you. So would you kindly please stay for the entire video. I love Bioshock so freaking much. This is the opening of 1. You're about to see the opening of Infinite. Those are two of my favorite moments in all of media. And I played the games when they originally came out, of course. In fact, Bioshock 1 played a huge role in me being on YouTube at all. I moved to Indiana in between my junior and senior years of high school. I was bored. I had no friends. I knew nobody. I got Bioshock 1 early from Toys R Us, back when it was a lot easier for stores to break street date than it is now, and I fell in love with the game. I've been obsessed with the franchise ever since, and I'm so pumped that they've been remastered and that they look super good. And I've played them. I was, in fact, the first person outside of 2K in the world to play these games. They're currently being shown at Gamescom, so if you're a German or over there in Europe, maybe you've played it, maybe you've seen it, but I got to play that. I told 2K, look, this is my favorite franchise of all time. Would you kindly let me play them before they come out? And of course they said yes, so kindly of them, and I got to play a couple hours of each. And 1 and 2 are totally remastered, with some extra effects thrown in, like there's jellyfish in the water of 1, your character's hands and guns and plasmids are redone and touched up. The aspect ratio looks different now. It almost makes Rapture look taller and bigger and more expansive, which I like. 2 is redone as well, and then Infinite is like super souped up PC version of Infinite, since that already looked super good. But anyways, I played the games, I liked them, and I said, would you guys kindly let me make some videos? And they said sure, and so I've got big videos for you guys coming next week of all 3 games, which will be super cool and a great moment for me, because I absolutely adore the games, and getting to share them with you is super sweet. I think I'm going to do... Well, what do you guys think? Would you like me to do a big playthrough of Bioshock 1? That one looks the most different. It looks the most remastered, the most improved, because it came out the earliest. It's been 8 years now, nearly a decade, and so that game, the graphical improvement is very noticeable, and it's a joy to behold. It looks great, it sounds great, and that game I think still plays great. Sure, there's some things here and there, but like the aesthetic, the vibe, it gets me every time. This moment here, 3, 2, 1, hallelujah, is also equally chill-inducing. So I had to show that here. We're about to check out some of the comparisons between, so you'll get to see. But I think you'll fully see when you watch my videos next week. So would you kindly make sure to come back next week for those? I'll have them for you, I think, at some point in the next week or so. And then maybe we'll do a full series. Let me know what you think about that in the comments, and if you have any fun stories about Bioshock, because I absolutely love these games so much. Here's the comparison trailer now. They've also added these little special feature director commentary type videos with Jeff Keighley and Ken Levine. There's 10 of them, or 11 I believe, in Bioshock 1, and you find them via locating these golden reels within the game world. So it's cool that it's a collectible that then, you know, you get to actually discover, and then you're rewarded with something very cool, and that's Ken Levine's personal commentary and thoughts on this absolute masterpiece. And you're seeing here how the gilded doors are glorious looking, and it's beautiful. Look at that touch-up. Ryan looks a little more evil. That moment still gets me every time. Andrew Ryan, like, he gets angry the first time you see his little video. It's pretty freaky, and the game in general has such a nice... It's a perfect mix of, like, eerie vibe, but not horror, but still, like, mystical and mysterious. There's the jellyfish I was talking about. It was super cool to confirm for myself that these games still play so good, and if Bioshock 1 Remastered was released today, like in 2016 as a brand new game, sure, it might get chided a little bit for some of the weird clunkiness and some of the UI stuff, but for the most part, like, it is a still exceptional game that has great art direction, now great visuals, really cool ideas, an awesome storyline, epic audio logs, great sounds and audio, and really fun combat and exploration. So it's nice to know that it's not one of those things where your memory is ruined by playing something from nearly a decade ago. 1, 2, and Infinite all were super fun, and I wanted to go through them. I wanted to just sit there all day and play through all 3 of them. I was bummed I had to stop any of them, which was like really reassuring and just a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling for me to know that these games I love hold up so well, because a lot of times that's not the case. So Bioshock 1 for me was really the game that made me fall in love with gaming on a deeper level, and I loved games all along. I played the original NES when I was 4 years old. I beat The Little Mermaid as my first ever game I beat on NES. I played Duck Hunt and Pro Wrestling and Mario and all that good stuff. Ninja Turtles, DuckTales, etc. And I loved games in the generations before Xbox 360 and PS3. The PS2, OG Xbox, and GameCube was a fun generation. But it really was Bioshock that was like, holy crap, this is what I want to do forever. And I started getting hardcore into podcasts. I started getting hardcore into reading every article. And I had done that for a while, but it just like doubled and tripled my intensity, I guess. And it was because the game delivered an experience that I felt really, for lack of a better word, and you know, at risk of hyperbole, transcended the media. And created this story, world, and gameplay mechanic system that combined to be absolutely incredible. And I had never played a game that really touched on all 3 of those things in such a supreme, strong fashion, and it blew me away. And I powered through that game, and then I got the Collector's Edition when it really launched, played Bioshock 2. I really liked Bioshock 2. I know a lot of people had some, you know, like it's just the same thing over and over again, but I really like 2. And Minerva's Den is obviously fantastic. If you haven't played that, that's also included in the collection. And then Infinite, for all the crap that Infinite occasionally gets, I think Infinite may be my favorite video game story of all time. I think the mystery there, the intrigue is just insane, and sort of the time travel, parallel universe, looping mechanisms that they introduce there are just brilliant. And I love that there's so much stuff to dig through, so much stuff to ponder, so much stuff to work out and look into and investigate and come up with your own theories and read other people's theories. Me and my brother spent hours debating that after the game. And I love things, whether it's TV shows, movies, or games, that can exist beyond their runtime. For me, that's how I know I really love something. If I'm willing and wanting to spend minutes, hours, days, beyond the actual viewing, playing, listening, experiencing, continuing that journey within whatever universe has been created. And that's what Bioshock has done for me. I am so hopeful that we eventually get a 4th game. I don't know where it would be. Space. I thought that XCOM 2, when they had all the Advent viral marketing, I thought that was going to be Bioshock 4, but it wasn't. Space, underground, freaking theme park land, Walt Disney World itself. Where are they going to go? I'm just super pumped, and hopefully, you know, this collection can rekindle the fire and convince somebody to get on that. And I know it won't be Ken Levine, which is kind of a bummer, but frankly, I think the universe and the game are set up with a foundation that will be successful as long as somebody good is on it. It doesn't have to be Ken Levine. Maybe he's done. Maybe someone with new, fresh ideas can really take the franchise in a new direction that doesn't change it or make it worse, but really expands or explores a new kind of storyline, or takes all the aspects and rejiggers them, rearranges them into something freaking equally fantastic. Because all of these moments, whether it's plasmids in Bioshock 1, whether it's Big Daddy suit stomping in Bioshock 2, whether it's Vigors and freaky Elizabeth in Bioshock Infinite, they will stick with me. And that's what I love about games. It's things like The Last of Us, it's things like Half-Life 2, it's things like Bioshock that are why I love gaming and why I get so hyped when there's a new single-player title that may deliver on the promise that it could be just as great. So I am excited to play this. I think I'm going to play through all of them just as sort of like a trip down memory lane. And if you guys want to see me do a full Bioshock 1 Let's Play, would you kindly hit the like button and let me know in the comments below? And make sure to come back next week. I would really appreciate it if you guys came back and watched the 3 videos I have for all 3 games, because I got to play them, and it's really cool, and it's a great, I mean, it's a visual freaking circus of values, but it's also a really cool trip down memory lane, and maybe a trip down a new lane if you haven't played it. I forget that a lot of you were probably in, like, elementary school when Bioshock 1 came out, so maybe you never had a chance to play the first game, and now we could experience it together, or you can go play it yourself, whichever you want to do. But either way, would you kindly give it a look, because I love this franchise so much, and I want to see it grow. I mean, imagine if they made a mobile game like Fallout Shelter, where it was Rapture, and you got to control little sisters and Big Daddy, sending them around, defeating splicers, taking on people trying to break in, appeasing all the different factions. It would be amazing. Collecting Adam, upgrading your Big Daddies and your little sisters, or maybe even upgrading your splicers. Or if they did, you know, I don't know, a freaking Bioshock. Give me a digital card game. I don't care. I just want more Bioshock, and I think this is our ticket towards that. So hopefully you guys are pumped. Hopefully you're excited. I loved playing them. It was a huge honor to be, like, first to play something. That's never happened before. I don't know if it'll ever happen again, but it was crazy cool to see my fandom actually pay off and be rewarded in a way where I got to see and play these games for myself with my own 2 hands on PS4 in a super freaking cool fashion. I also have a very special controller. It's a Bioshock 1 themed controller that I'll be showing off in my video next week, so you want to check that out. And yes, I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you guys are pumped. I love these games, and so I just want to share a little bit of that love with you. Would you kindly hit that like button if you had fun today? Would you kindly go and have an awesome rest of your day? Until next time, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Fantastic day. Drink some hot chocolate. And we'll see you all later.